Today is National Video Game Day. Clay Ferrero did not like my Mount Rushmore of video games. I tweeted it out earlier. Pitfall for the Atari 2600. Galaga, which I mentioned earlier today, which is what happened to DeMar DeRozan in Sacramento. Major League Baseball on Intellivision. You're out. And Tetris on the Nintendo, the original NES. That is your Mount Rushmore. Pains me to keep Frogger and Joust, Snafu, RBI Baseball. So many games that I have to keep off the list, but Mount Rushmore only consists of 4.
What's the last system you owned?
You talking about me or my son?
Oh, I know.
Because I've got one in the house. Like, I've got all the latest systems. Like, the last one that I bought.
But that you've played on, like you really played on, because this Galaga and Tetris, that's a little old.
Galaga, I note, is the arcade version, by the way. That's when you would go to the arcade, you'd put quarters or tokens in the machine. Tetris, that was on the Nintendo NES. We had that at college. I'm going to say that was probably the last system. Did PlayStation come out after that? Because I had the PlayStation original.
Yeah, I think like 98 PlayStation came out.
Of the PlayStation original.
Because what was the next Nintendo, though? There was the other one.
64.
Yeah, with the Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the Mario Kart? Because Mario Kart's better than all these games.
No, not at all. How dare you?
It is a great game.
Somebody tweeted at me and they're like, all these games are before the Berlin Wall fell. And I'm like, that's right. I take great pride in that. That's when video games were good. Oh, sorry. I got 98 buttons here that I can push, and there's bullets coming out of a guy's head and out of a guy's ass, and who knows what's going on. Back in my day, you're a frog. Get across the street.
What game does people do bullets? I've never played that one.
Yeah, they got them all these games. Oh, I hit the buttons, and it's a fighting game. It's Tekken. And I'm jumping up and down. I'm doing somersaults. There's flames coming out of my butt. Hey, back in my day, I'm a furry creature with a nose. I'm hopping on hexagons.
What about Contra? What about Contra?
Yeah, one person, one gun.
Yeah, Contra.
Yeah,
Contra's
that's
good.
what I'm saying. One person, one
Yeah.
gun back when it was realistic. Now, you got bullets whizzing out of your hat, out of your helmet, out of your shoes, out of your pockets.
Finish him.
Back in my day, we didn't need a big voice to tell me to finish him. I knew how to get the job done.
That's when you can do the special move. Up, down, AB, left, right, AB. And it'll rip his head off and eat it.
You want to win RBI baseball, you pick Bo Jackson, you're good to go. That's it. Game's over. We could talk video games all day long.
It's 305.
Dale. Still going to do the 305 alarm?
Dale.
Already 306, and we were listening to Safety Dance. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. And Hawk, your Mount Rushmore of the video games is insulting.
Okay, give me your Mount Rushmore of video games, Jimmy. Go ahead. Obviously, you're putting a lure out there. I'll bite.
Super Mario, #1.
I mean, I just told you can't have Super Mario out there without Donkey Kong. You can't have Barry Bonds on your Mount Rushmore without Bobby Bonds.
I disagree. Second game, Super Smash Brothers.
Man, nobody's heard of that. Nobody knows what that is.
It's probably the most popular video game of all time.
Vida game? It's a Vida game.
Vida game. I thought we were talking about a different Mount Rushmore.
Number 3, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, what is it? You porn? What are we doing here? No one's heard of
it. Sonic was a good game, man.
And the last one, Tetris.
Oh, look at you. You and I have one in common. Do you have one, Solana or Crowder? I didn't ask you in advance. We can do it later on in the program.
I'd have to think, but I brought it up earlier, man. Contra was one of my favorite games ever.
Oh, stop it. It's not going to Mount Rushmore video games.
Contra?
That nonsense.
With
One of the top 4 video games of all time?
Gotta go Contra.
Oh, my God.
Mortal Kombat.
That I could make an argument for.
Ooh. It's so cliche, but Madden. And then Clay gave me an in when he just said all Maddens. He didn't say Madden 27. He just said the Madden. Like Madden changed sporting video games forever. Madden is the Michael Jordan of video games.
And Defender.
That's not true either. What do you? I should have called in sick today. What are you guys doing, man?
What sports game before Madden is
Madden changed video games forever? Like
sports video games?
Madden historically for the past 2 decades has just been so mid. It's literally just
past 2 decades. I'm talking about video games that came out in 1976. You're talking about video games in the past 2 decades?
Crowder, I get it. You were in Madden. That's really cool, brother. But you were never rated higher than an 84. Like, why are you writing them so hard?
What video game? You just said it. What video game lasts 3 decades? Madden.
FIFA and 2K.
Ain't nobody worried about no raggedy ass FIFA.
FIFA and 2K are 10 times more popular than Madden, bro.
How much is a FIFA cartridge? About $10?
FIFA.
Go ahead. Do you have a Mount Rushmore, Solana?
Yeah, but I
Madden did change video games in this sense. You waited for a new update every year. It's very common nowadays because you update it, through you don't even need to have a cartridge, a CD or anything. That was unheard of when sports games were out until Madden. It's true.
It's not true because Madden wasn't the first game doing that.
But no one had the success like Madden did. Madden changed that. The way that video games back in my day and even Crowder's, I'm telling you, Donkey Kong begot Mario Brothers. That begot Super Mario Brothers. Pac-Man became Miss Pac-Man. It wasn't like you were waiting every year for just an updated version of that game. You're wrong on that.
There were games, and I love Madden. Like, I own Madden every year. I buy it. But Madden wasn't the first sports video game to release.
It's the most successful one. I'm not saying it's the first one. It's the one that changed it.
Yes.
Maybe it was the most successful in your eyes, but if you look up the numbers, it didn't change it. Like FIFA had already been doing that. There was a franchise called Blitz that was already doing that. Like there were several games.
The one where people tore each other's helmets off and spit on them.
Blitz with the rollerball at the arcade.
NFL Blitz, baby.
But how can you argue that because they were doing it before? Are you waiting for Blitz 2025 to come out?
I'll be in line outside of GameStop.
I mean, when did Blitz stop coming out? I mean,
Huck, he flat out lies and he talks like he knows what he's talking about. Madden appeared in 1988. EA released its annual version starting in 1990. FIFA wasn't released till 93. You just lie.
He did it in the Clay segment too, or the first segment of the day when I said when did PlayStation come out, and Solana said like 1998. Then somebody texted in. It came out in like the early 90s. PlayStation 2 came out.
It was 90. It was 95. It was 95. Don't get crazy. I said it was like mid to late 90s. Don't get.
You didn't say mid anything.
Okay, so what about FIFA's first year not being 93 and Madden's first year being 88? What about that?
Either way, bro, your Mount Rushmore's
Look
trash.
at you.
It doesn't make any sense. Either way.
It's Madden. Madden made FIFA do what they're doing, and that's the way you need to respect Madden. FIFA wouldn't have known they could do that if Madden wasn't successful.
Respect Madden. Get out of here, man. Madden's been one of the worst sports
the
franchises.
The guy's making an argument that the FIFA video game series is more successful than the Madden video game series. It's absurd.
Ridiculous.
It's not. It's not. It's not absurd.
Very much.
FIFA,
it is.
FIFA is more successful worldwide by far. By far.
Oh, really? What's your metric on that?
More people play FIFA. More people.
Where at? Send me the. Send me the.
Because why? Because more people play real soccer.
Because it's
is that the
football.
extrapolation that you're making?
It's the real football. I'm sorry to break it.
What I'm saying is that the extrapolation that you're making.
How much do you guys want to bet that more people have bought FIFA video games?
You don't know. You don't know the answer.
Madden video games.
You don't know
How
the
much
answer.
You want to bet? I do know the answer.
You're making stuff up. You
I'm
just
not
made up.
anything up.
You
How
just
much-
made
I'm
up.
just curious how you're
Madden.
getting to that number, though. Are you doing the extrapolation that more people play soccer worldwide than football?
Because I play both of these games, and I know that FIFA is more popular than Madden now.
Because you play both the games, you know worldwide what has sold more units?
Yes, 100%.
Because you play both the games?
I have read the inner workings of EA, Electronic Arts, and I'm confident in this answer.
We need to know what EA mean, Hawks. You know.
Can you imagine saying, how do you know the metrics on this? And his answer is, because I play both games.
It's ridiculous.
I love
Rocket
the fact
League
that he
does better numbers. Rocket League does better numbers than
That's a
than
great
Madden.
game.
Rocket League, like Madden, has fallen off so hard, bro.
But that's not the argument. The actual presidents on Mount Rushmore have fallen off.
They're dead.
But that's not the argument.
Right, but I was wrong for my previous argument, so I've shifted gears here totally. I don't know if you guys have realized.
We knew it from the moment you said it, jackass.
Ridiculous. Madden's on there.
Happen to love it. Big fan.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore or no?
I do. Yeah, FIFA.
FIFA 97.
FIFA 98, actually, on the Nintendo 64. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, the first edition, even though I'd be happy to put Modern Warfare 2 up there. Mario 64 on the Nintendo. And Madden.
I hate you.
All other video games on a stick.
I hate you.
Well, so far, no one has said a single game better than Pitfall.
But to your point, though, just quickly, there's no game of, what's it called? Call of Duty. There's no Fortnite. There's none of that without Contra.
Oh my God, you're gonna stick with the Contra argument. Honestly, like, you want to talk about mid games? Like, it was fine. It was fine. Just because you played it, it doesn't mean it's on the Mount Rushmore.
Had 2 levels. You can go down. You can go up. You have to decide which way is the easier path. Come on, man. The bosses
Hunter, better than all those games. Joust, Mappy. All right, let's do headlines with Alejandro Solana. He's just gonna make them up. Let's do headlines here for the 3 o'clock hour.
Nobody had Wii Sports on their Mount Rushmore either. That's tough, man.
Oh, that window was so short. What that Wii
that was
Sport
perfect.
Window.
That was perfect for my son and his age. Like, we played Wii Sports nonstop. That was such a game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, you're out there in the field like you're shagging fly ball
for 7 months.
No one had
no
one had GoldenEye on the N64.
Yeah, iconic as well.
No one's heard of it.
I hated the golden gun. One shot kills me. Hell, that golden gun had me about to cuss.
Are you talking about Golden Tee, the golf game?
No, GoldenEye, the James Bond game.
Spy Hunter. Spy Hunter. I mean, if you're going to talk spy games, you go Spy Hunter. GoldenEye. No one knows what that is.
You could fight each other. You could, it was a multiplayer game where you could hunt each other.
It's got a 1-word text from the Ticket Wizard. Mappy with an exclamation point.
I think mine is where's that?
Any of your kids ever play Rock Band or Guitar Hero?
No.
My niece and nephews got into that Guitar Hero. We had the guitar at the house, and then you sit in the living room. That was so embarrassing.
No, it was awesome. I used to in high school, we would literally do like rock band nights where we'd go hang out, and we had the drum set. One person would be singing, the other person would be on the guitar, the other person would be on the bass, and we would
The
just
other
jam
person would
out,
be
man.
wondering why girls never hung out with them.
And who bought the Band-Aids when y'all were getting y'all ass whooped by the bullies?
Bro, rock band nights were the best, man. But you were right. There was no penetration of any kind.
Hey, Hal, you know what I've noticed? What's that, Sam?
Larson on the drum.
Hey, Billy. You know what?
Drinking Mountain Dew. Oh boy, you were a special bird.
Monster energy drinks and rock band all night, baby.
We don't even want to go to the prom. Who wants to go to the prom? No one cares about that.
Oh, funny, man. Didn't we do a segment once years ago with Falero, who admitted that he would get together on weekends and play Dance Dance USA?
Yeah.
At his mom and dad's house. I won't forget that.
Like, what did you have to do? You had to buy like it was Rockstar. You had to buy the guitter at. Did you have to buy a mat?
Yeah.
For Dance Dance USA.
I had that as well. Yeah, you literally bought the mat. You bought the mat and it would plug into the console. I had it for the PlayStation 2. And It was just like being at whatever, Dave & Buster's and yeah. And
you get Eduardo and Deborah to participate in that.
Wait, it's like a little cardio at home. I mean, it happened to be having a great time.
Come on, man.
My dance never registered on that because I don't move my feet. I move my arms.
Got that little squirrel. By the way, I've seen that little dance you're doing for 10 years.
Turn butt. Turn butt.
We're a band.
The guy that had the notebook with no rhymes in it.
Oh boy, I love to see your crew. That was high school?
Yeah.
Like after puberty, like you
That's post-puberty, man.
Yeah.
You had facial hair. You had facial hair going into weekends and playing rock band with your male friends.
Friday nights. Sure, you guys go have fun at the party. Drink your Four Loko. I'm drinking my Monster Energy drink, and I'm playing.
I dare anyone to have a better bass line during Eminence Front than me.
Oh.
I mean, listen, man. If you could jam out to Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones with your buddies, what's better than that?
Very quick paced song. You gotta be on your game. You gotta have a couple monsters in you.
Being with some women might be a little better, but yeah, to each his own.
God, that's funny.
Jamming out.
Little jam sesh, Crowder. Little jam sesh.
Jamming out.
Wait till Robbie sees this chord I've been working on. Week.
you have to have sleepovers, Solana? When did your sleepovers stop? College, high school?
You guys done?
That's funny. That's funny. But the funny thing is, like when I'm picturing like in middle school, we would sit there. If you saw the video games that me and my friends were playing with like a dot, a dash, and like, I mean, you want to talk about a picture of a bunch of losers just sitting around, but that's all that there was.
I used to play Pong. With the little...
Like at least you had a pretend guitar and you could like, this is one giant joystick, and then the thing went up or down. That was it.
That's why I knew 93. That's how I knew Madden was out, because when Madden came out, you could play against your friends in a football game. Man, come on. Jamie.
But it was essentially Pong. It was essentially Pong, just named Madden. Like Madden 93, 94.
It had
couldn't do
playbooks.
anything.
Hey, go look at Atari Football for Atari 2600, and that was Pong.
Remember, we talked about this. Atari came out like maybe 5-6 years ago. Like they released an Atari that you could buy all the games already programmed into it. And I remember being so excited because my parents played Atari. They used to tell me that they played Atari as well. I went out, I bought this Atari. It was like $199 or something. And I plug it in, and I couldn't believe that you guys hyped this up so much.
You cannot believe the Atari 2600 games. You cannot believe them. That's why Pitfall was so great, because there was like actual noticeable movement. Pitfall Harry looked like an actual kind of guy, not just a dot. I don't know how Activision did it. They got into all our systems. I don't know how they did it.
Pitfall was Temple Run just a couple years before.
That was on the iPhone, right? Temple Run?
Temple Run. They had it on the video game system too.
Man, just staring at a screen. Boop.
Oh
boop,
my God, for hours.
Boop. Boop.
Solana, it speed up after a while.
Boop, 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 boop. Where are we at? I don't know. Do I do headlines
do
here?
Quick headlines, because we can't go so late again every hour.
All right. They're driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, we know trucks. The big news, I guess not so big, but big, is that Haywood Highsmith has returned to the Miami Heat. $11 million deal over 2 years.
All right.
Barry Jackson is tweeting out that H had no other offers that were close to what the Heat gave him. So he tweets, he had no way of knowing that. The Miami Heat had no way of knowing that. But by giving him that much, they now cannot sign anyone but a rookie to that 15th roster spot.
I think the Heat also, with Haywood Highsmith, they had to do something. So they may have ended up overpaying, because I think his whole contract is guaranteed from what I saw.
Yeah,
so.
2 years, $11 million.
But that's fine. That's potentially an unbelievable bargain.
Yeah, that's peanuts for what's going on now in the NBA. Dudes are making 50.
Yeah, and I think losing Caleb and Haywood would have been really tough. Like, those are two of your better perimeter defenders outside of Bam Adebayo. The Canes are going to open up their 2027 season in Vegas versus Utah.
Oh, somebody texts in. Shout out to the ticket wizard. He saved me $200, bro. Look at that.
Barry's good at what he does.
Good at what he does, as evidenced by a free Jimmy on our video monitor.
Jimmy about to get locked up.
Caleb Martin did sign.
Jimmy would have been doing this segment from the clink if it wasn't for the ticket wizard.
With my terrible microphone.
He would have been sitting on somebody's lap doing this show. I gotta work.
Damn right you do.